A very good afternoon to you and welcome to Opinion 2017. Now, it's confusion galore at IEBC. It is turning out to be Chebukati versus Chiloba. Now, we'll get into the thick of that because there's a memo from Chebukati, who's the chair of IEBC, to the CEO, Mr. Chiloba of IEBC. And there's a certain gentleman, an expert, who's going to be taking us blow by blow of the details of that letter. But right now, in studio, I'm joined today by a very young man who's also a voter who voted in this past election. He's a DJ and a graphic designer. How cool is that? This is none other than Dedan Nyaga. Karibu sana. Lugha gani una prefer? I hear you're a Sheng guy.
Yeah, mimi mtu wa mtatu.
Oh, wewe ni mtu wa mtatu. Una represent Mayut. Yeah. And of course, we're also joined by Jeddy, Ahawo, who's our in-house political analyst. Welcome, Jeddy.
Thank you.
Nice to see you, as always.
Nice to see you too, Baggy.
Now, I mean, we'll get into the finer details of what is transpiring at IEBC, but basically, what is your take? First of all, the chair, Chebukati, says there are some changes. Then NASA says it's a bit cosmetic. Now, Jubilee also rejects those changes. Some commissioners are saying they are not being consulted. I mean, what's going on?
Baggy, it's messy.
Yes.
It's a big mess going on right now at IEBC because after the sham of the elections that were conducted, of course it has to get messy because we're trying to find out what went wrong, you know, who didn't play their part. There's questions that need to be answered, that the Kenyans and everybody is want to get the answers to all the irregularities that happened because after all, Kenyan taxpayers spent a lot of money, so much money for these elections that they cannot just
the Jubilee leader is on record as saying, I mean, let's go to election with IEBC as it is. Right now, it's a U-turn. And now fingers from in-house are starting to point. Does this vindicate the NASA leader? Because, I mean, he has been touted as somebody who just had bile against IEBC. I mean, what is coming out now is, could there be a lot of truth in what the NASA leader was saying?
Definitely, there's a lot of truth.
Who, like you've had, Mayut, okay, the young Kenyans who form 65% of the voting bloc of this country. Now, Dedan, as a young guy, do you feel left out with all this? Kwanza kuna vile uliita simu, I don't know, uliitaje? Menjos. Yeah. Because there's this guy who does a reggae show, and I used to hear of Nangos. Then Musi, then now it's Menjos. Okay, sasa wewe nyinyi kama Mayut. First of all, who did you vote for?
Huh? I voted for Raila Odinga.
No, just I
mean. Everyone knows.
Okay, and your name again is Dedan Nyaga. So supposedly, because of our tribal inclinations, one will imagine that you will not vote for Raila. Does that mean that there is a demographic in Kenya that is not tribal, that is looking at issues rather than personalities. Wewe ni nini ilifanya uamue kupigia Rao? Hivyo ndio new mwita ama new mwita baba?
Sasa mimi nilivotia Rao kwa sababu like in 2013 I voted for Jubilee. Then someone anakuja anakuambia round 2 ati no, we'll make other jobs. Sitoke wapi if you didn't make the other one.
If you didn't make the other ones.
Yeah, so me can decide. Let me try change. Why not change? Because me being the fact that nimetoka mini msap.
Msap ni nini? Twende pole pole bro. kuna mambuyu hapa.
Okay, very quick.
Okay, sawa.
Sir, you'd expect that nitakuwa inclined to?
Yeah, because I mean, there's a certain demographic, probably the age of your fathers, your uncles. I mean, Jubilee doesn't even have to campaign to them. And on the other side of the divide, probably the same. Yeah. Now, you told me there's a time ulikuwa unataka tafuta kazi. You wanted to be a soldier?
Yeah.
This guy is very ambitious. So what happened?
Nikitafuta job, nikaambiwa by the instead ya apply this normal way that you send a letter, you won't get it.
So ulikuwa unatafuta job ya karao ya soldier man?
Soldier, we got a cadet.
Okay.
So nikaambiwa I'll hook you up to someone ati kitu tani tukufanya nimpatie 200k.
200,000. You know, I hear these stories, Jeddy. I hear if you want to be a cop, $500,000. You want to be a military guy, probably the same. You want a job in Kanjo, 100,000. I'm wondering, I'm paying you $500,000 for a job that's going to pay me what? 15,000 a month, and probably that's before tax. Has the future of the youth been stolen already?
Definitely, the future of the youth has been stolen because, let me tell you something, Baggy. Corruption, when it starts from the top, it trickles down and affects everybody all the way to the bottom. And that is why they say we have to be a country that stands up. What is wrong is wrong, what is right is right. That is why people are looking for change. Because the corruption that is going on, we cannot say that now the president can come and tell the policemen who are charging people maybe 100,000, 200,000 to recruit that what you're doing is wrong. When we are seeing within the same government, there's corruption on top. So who are you to come tell them down here, don't do it? I mean, so that is why I say, I mean, the problem of the country, it needs a new government and change needs to come in. Because you've had with Dedan here, how can somebody tell him 200,000?
Yeah.
A young guy.
I mean, you've not, you've just probably from school. You've not earned a coin in your life.
Yeah.
And where do you get that? So if you don't have that 200,000,
then you go into debt. You go into debt because maybe you can go to one of those Sherlocks. You go there and you give your time.
So the moment you're hired, your first job is to recover your money. So
imagine?
then you get ingrained into the system.
Yeah.
Dedan, ni nini ma youth man? For example, machama mingi kila siku, vijana na fulani, wamama na fulani, vijana na fulani. Ma youth mnafeel, ma youth man yani, mnafilaje? Issue zenyu ni gani? Ni nini burning sana kwa ma youth man?
Mimi kivyangu naweza sema that youth kunge kweli tunatumia kama tool ya kugain political mileage. Yani watu watakaa wakwambie
I mean, those are the things being touted out here that look. NYS imekuja, SGR imekuja, sijui kama
affectaji nikiwa mta. Ule mtu unaambiwa who feels it knows it. Yes, kuna mtu ina benefit utapata, lakini unafaa kuangalia hii country ni kubwa sana. Hakuna venye ati side moja itakuwa ki benefit na bado kuna watu wengine wanaumia. Na yet tunajiita wa Kenya. Hakuna, haiwezekani.
So nyinyi kama ma youth man, wewe sasa kama youth man mwenye ulipiga kura for your story a change, utapiga tena?
Ndio lazima. Tunaona tulipata second chance. Jaja alitufaitia.
Nani huyo?
Jaja.
Jaja ni nani?
God alitufaitia.
Hey, Buddha. Si tuite tu God. Okay, sawa. Jaja.
Alitufaitia. Ndio tumepenya. This is the second chance.
Jeddy, there's this concept. I mean, people are asking NASA. They are going into this second campaign. And NASA being in the opposition, people asking, I mean, is there a formula or perhaps a channel, a structured channel that people can contribute to the NASA campaigns or to the NASA cause? I mean, is it something that should be done? Has it happened elsewhere?
Yeah,
I mean, everybody's asking, how can we... Yeah, there doesn't seem to be...
Yeah, I can understand why people are asking, because I myself personally, I'm one of the people who has been really pushing and asking for this way to contribute, because we know in the opposition, we know that the ruling party now, they're using taxpayers' money to fund their campaigns, and they're really putting Kenyans at...
Well, you seem to be too sure about that,
No,
Jeddy.
it is obvious. They're using state machinery. Part of state machinery is the taxpayers' money. So let me go into that. The opposition have no money, in the sense of we need to come together right now as Kenyans, because Kenyans need to push this.
I mean, just clarification. Has no money is broke, or has no money that can match, perhaps?
Of course, no money that can match what with the state machinery money.
Okay.
We cannot. And right now, we need money so that our campaigns can go like pesa ifike mashinani, in the sense of we have to go deep into the villages campaign. We need to do it. And as Kenyans, because I know Kenyans all over the country want to see the NASA principles. They want to contribute towards this, because we've been given a second chance, as Dedan has said. So to the people who want to participate and take us to Canaan, they should feel free to get out their phones and to our M-Pesa pay bill number, which is 991 444.
991 444.
991 444. Anything that you can. Let me just finish this, because if we say we're 10 million strong, 10 million strong, kila mtu atoe 10 bob. Do you know what that is? 100 million. 100 million.
If 10 million people give 10 bob.
If 10 million people give 10 bob, that is 100 million. 100 million can push this campaign to where we need it to go. We can have money for our agents. We can have enough money to do all the things that we need to do. So it is good. No one should feel that maybe sinner, whatever you can. Come on, 10 bob talk. If you are somebody, maybe God has blessed you, let's have 200, remove. If you've been blessed, Father, you can move even 10,000, remove. Don't fear, don't shy off.
Dedan, will you support, the NASA cause, say, with your 10 bob? By the way, how do you say 10 bob in... Kinde. Yeah. Kinde, okay. Will you give your...
Kinde.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Why not? Because this is... If we don't do it now, when?
So you're feeling that convicted?
Yes, we have to. Yeah. There's no other time.
Wow. I mean, let me just go through some comments here. James Kihori watching, asante sana. We see Nita, where is Baba today? Where is the schedule? Okay, I'll answer you in a bit. Jeddy, which other campaigns have worked like this? I mean, this could be a new phenomenon in this part of the world.
Yeah, no, it's not a new phenomenon. Stuff like this has happened. We can take an example in Ghana.
Oh, it did happen in Ghana.
We can go ahead, and in the US,
Barack Obama. I hear people are giving $1.
Yeah, $1. You can give whatever you can, $1, and that is why I'm appealing to the Kenyans. Whatever you can. Hata kama wewe ni mama mboga, unauza mboga, and you feel in your heart, it's not by force.
Yes.
It is if you feel in your heart that we want to reach Canaan. You feel that maybe I want to support this campaign for NASA. Just go ahead, remove your phone, and 10 bob and pesa, you can send 10 shillings. And send 10 shillings, and that 10 shillings will go a very far way, because I have told you, we're appealing to everyone. If 10 million strong, watoe 10 bob, that is 100 million. 100 million can take us to Canada without any worry.
Okay. Dedan, hii bufero ya kwenda Canaan. Can you give in kind, for example, like you now, you're a DJ, you're a graphic designer. Let's say, I mean, there's an outing out there now. Instead of incurring the cost of can people give services, or it's just money?
Yes, the NASA is calling for volunteers side. And any volunteers, we need a lot of manpower on the ground. Need people to support, to give agents food, water. So
wewe unaleta ma DJ wangapi?
What's it tutaleta tu after elections celebrate us.
Now, somebody's asking, what are the mechanisms that we have? For example, let's say I've given you $100 or 10 shillings. I mean, will you be letting guys know this is what is happening?
Yes, I'm aware that right now there's something being worked on that will let people know when you donate your money.
Yes.
After you donate, we want to make it look like you can get a message saying, reply with 1 if you want your message to be shown. And we're going to put it there on our NASA page that it can be like me, Jeddy Ahawo, has removed 100 shillings.
Yes.
And it will show there. Up to you if you want to show, it will show. Yeah, because there's some people who definitely, would like it to show. Kelvas
Wamuli asking, 80 pay bill ni 911444. Confirm. Please confirm again that pay bill.
Yes, the pay bill is 991444.
991444. Muli, it is 911444. Inaonekana Muli anaona movie mengi sana. Oh, okay. Isaac Wafula watching from Bahrain. Confirm your pay bill number, please. I mean, okay, Jeddy, it's like you're going to do this a few times.
Yes.
Please do that.
The pay bill number. Our pay bill number is 991444. Yes.
Irene Grell, let's vote for change in Kenya so that we have a corrupt-free country. I'm ready to contribute. Please send me that M-Pesa number through. And she gives her number here. Kevin Kamba saying this is a very good move. Mosinto Obitange saying audio. Okay. I'm sure our technician is looking into that. Nikirudi kwako Dedan. One major burning issue, urban areas. Maboy wanaangushwa sana. I mean, if you go to Majengo, Madhari, name it, there are funerals every single week of young boys, 13, 14, 15, 17. Vijana, hii story ni gani?
Story na first kuna single mothers. Single mothers, unaona hana job poa. Kuna watu kama 2, 3, 4.
Na watu yeye alipatana nani?
Yes, that's a story for another.
No, I mean
it happened unaambiwaga was
okay, unamaanishaje ili happen? Ili happen ni kumaanisha. I mean, I don't think some things just happen.
So situation ni impact ya venye mother hana job poa. Na kona watu ule mtu ataifeel sana ni mtu anaenda chuo anaona mapishti wake wana vitu fulani yeze anaona anakuja na mza madhage is how kwani si tu wagaje kwani sisi wale wako na nini si hivyo kidogo amechochwa mtaa ameambiwa hata kuna hii form fulani tunaweza kidogo teke
okay, ngoja form unajaza ama yani
form yani
okay, sawa.
Anaona vijana kwa stage, unajua kwanza ukienda ghetto matatu culture ile hiyo ni kitu kila mtu yuko through. Unaiona daily, unaona venye makonda hayo wanapiga masling, yani
masling ni masilva kama hiyo umevaa.
Masilva lakini sasa unaona mtu kuna ka 10. Na chain moja hapo ni ngiri 10. Sasa kama kuna 10 hiyo ni donga.
Na tena anasema bado anado.
Sasa mtu hisi anamuonaga akipanda mata. Anaulizwa how comes waga wanadunga hivi nini anaona
so anakuwa influenced
anaona pia mimi nataka hiyo life lakini haiwezi kukonda at that moment ni mdogo sana mbona kuna njia nyingine.
Wow. Hapo ndio crime inatokea. Jeddy, this issue of single mothers, I mean, the NASA leader has spoken quite a bit about it. How big is this problem and how big is this number?
I know the problem is really big. I don't know about the exact numbers, but me personally, myself, as Jeddy, I have so many friends of mine who are also single mothers. And it's not fair. Some of them are, you know, single mothers from, some have lost their husbands, some, you know, different things. So you see them and they're struggling in the sense of now you find a single mother. She's the one still trying to raise the child, be the mother, be the father. It's very hard. And still be the breadwinner to put food on the table and pay all the bills. So I really like what the NASA leader said, that you know, he would really like to cater to this issue of single mothers once he gets into power, because at the end of the day, mothers are the backbone of the society and we need to watch over them because they're raising the kids. So that is a very, you know,
I mean, is it a positive step to want to help?
Very positive. Very positive. I don't know of any single mother in the world who would reject help because it's very hard. Anybody who has been raised by a single mother or anybody who is a single mother and is raising, I can tell you for free, it is not easy.
Yeah, it's a tall order.
It's a tall order.
Halima Ishmael, apart from campaign and pay bill, let our people in the grassroots be given civic education on how to vote for Raila. I think that's a valid comment. Rudia hiyo pay bill number. Clearly, I don't envy being a teacher. Okay, I think you have to be a bit slower when you're saying it, and then it's gonna say it in Sheng also.
Yes.
Jeddy, you go first.
M-Pesa pay bill number is 991444.
991444.
Yes.
Dedan.
99144.
99144. Na unatumia nini kuituma? Ulisemaje tena? Simu ni Menjos. Dominic L. Kiema says, good plan for contribution, watching from Qatar. Nitatuma kitu.
Oh, that is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm waiting to hear nimetuma kitu. Millicent Armstrong, yes, you got it right. 99144. Jeddy, just going back to this issue that he has. There's something Dedan touched, that SGR inanisaidia nini. Sometimes voters taken for granted, especially the youth, because I mean. This is something that people have gone around the country and saying, Sasa tumewaletea reli, you can go to Mombasa in 4 hours. And I'm just looking at the spectrum of Kenya. How many people go to Mombasa anyway in the first place? You know?
Definitely. I really hear what Dedan is saying, because many youth, you know, sometimes we do things as a country and we're doing it maybe for tourism and for increasing tourism and all other things, and you put it on and say that it will benefit the youth. First, when you look at SGR, even majority of the people employed there are Chinese. So at least even if we had done SGR and we had employed our own Kenyans, we're seeing that even the Kenyan youth are the ones inside there who are maybe the train assistants who will be doing stuff, but they're not there.
But how about even our engineers? I'm just looking, we have guys in your end who are busy studying engineering, then you maliza, then you spectate as Chinese do your thing for you.
Exactly.
Dedan, nyinyi kama mayouthman, munaona kuna hope? Kuna hope siku moja Kenya itakuwa nchi haina ukabila, itakuwa nchi jua unakaa kama msee hauna ukabila. Okay? Si ati jueni mweupe, lakini based on what you told me how you voted, is there hope that in future siku zenyu, siku ile nyinyi ndio mtakuwa kusema kwa hizi viti itakuwa tofauti?
Yeah, someday, but sadly to say everything we travel lines, kila mtu amechora hivyo. Kuna demographic ya saina hiyo. Na tuna time atio juka mimi na mabeshte wengi, na mabeshte wa Jaka wakale, mimi sitambuagi as long wewe kama ni msemfiti wewe mbeshte yangu.
Wewe utambuagi ni kumaanisha nini?
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care what tribe you come from.
Okay.
What race, what religion. If you're a good person to me,
you're a good
my
person.
friend.
So that's the way generally your generation thinks.
Yeah, majority of us, because I can bet hakuna ati when you sapere ati all your friends know sapere. You cannot. No man is an island. You need other people. So to survive, you need to network.
So if and we'll come back in the second half because there is something about Moses Kuria. I mean, some venom that was spewed in the last 1 day, 2 days or so. So wale watu wanagonganisha watu kikabila sirika yenyu.
Yes, your time here.
Lakini nakuaje ni wakati ya noma ni vijana wanafanya noma. You know, that's what I don't understand because on the other hand the youth claim, hey boss, see what tribal nini, but when the tribal lords have tribal things to be done, it's the youth who do it. You hata sahi kwa Facebook, cheki Facebook, boss. I mean, okay, there's a certain demographic that's certainly not on Facebook. Yeah, but the kind of venom being spewed. I mean,
I have to say something about that. The venom being spewed, and you can see that, you know, we really follow leaders by, I mean, we follow example of our leaders. When you see someone like Moses Kuria, and if you're somebody, even if it is you, Baggy, who admires him, you will see that you start to admire some of even his negative qualities. And you will see that you will even be spewing, because you're saying, this is my leader. If he can talk such crazy things, then I can also do it as well. And that is why I believe that leadership is a very sensitive thing. And we need to give it to people who deserve it, because these are the people who go down and want to confuse the youth. The youth need right direction. The youth are not there supposed to be used by people to be shown the wrong direction. The youth are searching for direction. The youth need leadership and guidance so bad more than ever, because they're walking in the dark. They don't have jobs. They don't have anything. That is why you can find a politician can come and use the youth very easily, because they are not been empowered. So without an if you're given 100 to go and do something bad, you will do it because you want 100. So we need to make sure we empower the youth and give proper leadership to people who can guide them and nurture them in the right direction.
Somebody's asking, what happens to a young guy who snatches a phone, let's say, Tao, you know, most probably they are shot dead, isn't it? But what happened to the big fish? I mean, we have...
Exactly. We let the big fish go.
Yeah, how does that make the young people feel?
Really tricky, because like juzi tu mtu aliiba cabbage
ya mbao.
Hata hiyo ni ya kinde tu ilikunga huko Ocha.
Ya kinde, okay.
Aliingizwa ndani hadi watu walimchangia ati wamtoe.
Alilipa bail kama ya how much hivi?
Can't remember. Sika ilikuwa 8,000 ama 7,000. Hivyo tu sijui 1 billion imepotea wapi.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean
1 billion imepotea sijui wapi. Utaona mtu.
I mean they get some of the lawyers I saw in this latest whole episode in court have actually defended a lot of these guys, and it appears that young guy maybe you aspire to be, you know, because
exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely, you can aspire to be corrupt because you're seeing what is happening. But that is why I'm a really strong supporter of Raila Odinga. You heard when he went for the live debate what he spoke about. He was asked about the case of what is her name? The current governor of, what is her name? Anne Waiguru. And he just said he would Magufuli her. We are seeing what Magufuli is doing in Tanzania. If you are corrupted, the big fact you're given action, I mean, that culture has to stop. A culture of impunity of corruption. Someone
has a question. Luther Patrick Diva. Nowhere Canaanites paid their way to Canaan. I'm afraid if you don't have money, I will not elect you. Were you misunderstood?
I don't know about him. I'm going to say this much. Yeah, you see, even when we say we're going to Canaan, times change. And in Canaan days, they did not have technology of M-Pesa. If they did, I'm sure they would have contributed. Because right now, money is needed in a lot of things to push the agenda and to push the campaigns. you don't have it, if you feel you're choked up, if you feel right now you're not in a place financially, don't do it. It is for the people who have something small extra and you feel like, maybe I believe in the dream, I believe in going to Canaan. We're not saying, I mean, to be realistic, those days of Canaan, they didn't have M-Pesa or mobile phones.
Okay.
But
I mean, even if you don't have anything, you can contribute prayers, I guess.
Prayers, you can, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Final word, Dedan. One word to the youth, as you as you put it.
Okay, tutazambia mayutu wa mtaa unajua wengi after the first time we elected to lead to elections walisema go again. Ati hiyo process inabo. Saa pana haiwezi juu sasa ukosa kuvote ustate juu ya leader ati ni mbaya. Ati sijui hakuna job nini au kuvote. Hauna right kama ukuvote hauna right ya
utulie.
Ukwe mpole. Ukaemtaa bila do, bila job, alidimanga tu na upole.
Pole. Dimanga ni?
Mawe.
Okay. So. When I was growing up, it was Goton. Okay.
So, na bado story ya contribute. Hakuna mtu anakuforce. Hii ni take it upon yourself. If you feel unaona hii kinde badala niende kwa mama mama venye wasema mtao usema kubai ngango achana na ngango hiyo day.
Okay.
Tena hiyo kinde.
Okay.
Inaweza kusaidia.
Sasa tuende pole. Ngango ni kusema?
Cham yani.
Okay. Very well. When we come back, the dossier, the letter to Chiloba from Chebukati, and then Moses Kuria, his latest venom. Don't go away. This is Opinion 2017. Nango. Hey, Buddha. Hey. Mama Pima. Yeah. You know this guy, Dedan, you look so innocent. You're saying heavy things.
Wow, that was interesting.
Yeah. This happy listening to our generation mindset. Kick the dirty regime out. Love my people watching from Ireland.
Wow.
Where. Governor Chalinga, Msando's blood is not in vain. Canaan is real.